So you come to know that Mrs. Packletide was ready to shoot a tiger as the villagers arranged for one tiger, because in the neighboring village there was an old tiger who belonged to a very respectable family of ancestors, and the tiger could not hunt anymore as he became old, and he was just following what he was just satisfying his appetite by hunting domestic animals. So that tiger was kept very carefully in the village. Children were posted on the edges of the forest so that they could keep a watch on the tiger, and so that the tiger did not leave that area particularly and go to another area for hunting. And goats were also provided to him so that he could remain happy and satisfied by eating the goats. And also mothers who return from their work, they also stop their song so that the sleep of the tiger was not disturbed. And at the same time, one platform was built. A particularly bright moonlit night was selected for the hunting. A platform was built, and there what happened? Miss Mabin and Mrs. Packletide went onto the top of a platform which was built there on the tree, and they just sat there, and there was a goat which was made as a bait for the tiger, which was kept as a bait, and it was constantly making sound. At that time, Miss Bevin said, "What? I suppose we are in some danger," said Miss Bevin. So Miss Bevin suddenly pointed out that they might be in some danger. She was not actually nervous about the wild beasts, but she had a morbid dread of performing an atom more service than she had been paid for. So she was not actually nervous about the wild beasts and what would happen to the wild beasts. But she had a morbid dread, means she was extremely afraid. Okay, she was very tiresome. She did not want to work. And atom extra means a little amount extra of work what she was paid for. Suppose she was paid 5 rupees, she would work for 5 rupees only, not for 5 rupees 1 anna. Okay. So she would, whatever money she had been paid for, she would work only for that amount of money. She would not exceed a single minute extra for that amount, particular amount. So suppose if she was paid for 40 rupees 40 for 40 minutes, she would work only 40, not 41. So at that time she was so much afraid that she might have to work extra for money. So for money means without money, she might have to work extra with that amount of money. She did not want to do that. Nonsense, said Mrs. Packletide. It's a very old tiger. It couldn't spring up here even if it wanted to. So when Mrs. Louisa Bevin told that it was a very dangerous situation, Mrs. Packletide pointed out and said that whatever she was speaking just nonsense. Because the tiger was very old and the tiger could not jump at that platform of the tree. If it wanted also. It's an old tiger, I think you ought to get it cheaper. 1,000 rupees is a lot of money. At that time, she was also very calculative. Louisa Bevin, she was calculating the amount of money, and she said, I think if the tiger was old, you would have paid less. You would have paid less for that tiger, as 1,000 rupees is a lot of money. Louisa Bevin adopted a protective elder sister attitude towards money in general, irrespective of nationality or denomination. So this is rather a sort of criticism, or rather of the mockery, you can say, of the character of Louisa Bevin. The narrator pointed out that always Louisa Bevin was very protective if others' money she had to handle. She always added a protective elder sister attitude towards money in general, because she did not want to waste any kind of money, be it her money or be it others. And she always became very protective regarding the wastage of money or regarding the spending of money. So irrespective of nationality or denomination, irrespective of whatever she might be there, or whatever country she might be in, and whatever position she might be in, her energetic intervention had saved many a ruble from dissipating itself in tips in some Moscow hotel, and France and Saint-Denis clung to her indistinctly under circumstances which would have driven them headlong from less sympathetic hands. So her energetic intervention, she was always very energetic, and she intervened in such a way, she interrupted in such a way that the result was that she saved much money from others, be it in the place of Moscow, be it in France, and be it another under any kind of circumstances. So maybe if some person would be there, he would or she would spend the money, but due to the presence of Louisa May, no one could spend money in a very irrational manner or in a very extravagant way. Her speculations as to the market depreciation of tiger remnants were cut short by the reappearance of the scene of the animal itself. Now her speculation, she was calculating whatever she was calculating. It in the market depreciation means market love or loss situation, means she was calculating these things. Of the tiger remnants means whatever tiger means remains would be there. On that, how depreciation means how the value would decrease, means that type of loss, and again profit. This she was just calculating. At that time, what happened? The tiger appeared on the scene of the animal itself. The animal appeared on the scene. As soon as it caught the sight of the tethered goat, it lay flat on the earth, seeming less from a desire to take advantage of all available cover than for the purpose of snatching a short race before commencing the grand attack. Now, what happened? As soon as they caught the animal could see the goat attached to a post, means he was tied to a post. The tiger became very what? Tired. The tiger became very tired and he just lay down on the field, and he had a desire to take rest before commencing, means before starting any grand attack. I believe it's ill, said Louisa May loudly in Hindustani, for the benefit of the village headman who was in ambush in a neighboring tree. Now, at that time, Louisa May pointed out that she believed that the tiger was ill, and loudly in Hindustani. Why? She wanted to listen. Means she wanted to make the village headman listen what she was saying. That the village headman who was in ambush in a neighboring village, means from neighboring tree, means from a nearby tree, the village headman, he was also hiding in at the top of the tree and in a secret place. So Miss Louisa May pointed out to that, and she pointed out that the tiger might be ill. She wanted to tell it to the village headman. Hush, said Mrs. Packletine, and at that moment the tiger commenced stumbling towards his victim. So suddenly Mrs. Packletine stopped everyone, and slowly the tiger was moving towards the goat. As he saw the goat, he just lay down to take rest. Then again he just rose up and he was moving stealthily towards the goat.